Hey guys, welcome back to the Adam Friedland Show. For the next 4 weeks, we will commence our Lost episode series. This week, we have Don Lemon. I think we did it last year. Is that right, Thomas?
Yeah,
probably around last year. I don't know why this was never posted. Oh, I think he got arrested afterwards and it was no longer relevant. I don't know. Guys, we have 4 big Lost episodes coming up the next 4 weeks, followed by the season 3 premiere of the Adam Friedland Show. Real quick, I'll be on the road. Denver Comedy Works, October 22nd and 24th. And New York Comedy Festival, November 13th. A big-ass motherfucking show. Guys, make sure you get tickets, adamfriedland.show.
Wow, that was awesome. You are a pro, man. Bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, media icon Don Lemon, everybody!
Oh my God.
From Louisiana. From
That was fake
Mr.
trips. How are you? What's up?
How are you?
I'm
Thanks
great.
for coming.
Nice hat.
Thank you. You gave me your hat
Where'd you get that?
from you. I don't think you guys got to go out here and get the. Do you know what the website is?
For what?
Lemon Party. Have you?
Oh, no, it's donlemon.com.
What
And
do you
there's
know? Have
merch
you
on there.
heard of the website?
Have I heard of what?
There's a website called Lemon Party.
They talk about Lemon Party. I've never,
Wait,
I don't know. I've never heard of
Have you
Lemon Party.
never shown him?
No.
I mean, it's a loose show. We're all adults
Is this some
here.
like sexual stuff? What
This
is
was
it?
like a legendary website that, like, in high school, you would like put into your friend's like family computer. I mean, it's a
Oh my God.
You've never heard of? I assumed your family was
Never heard of
big
it.
Lemon Party. Lemon Party isn't the most. What is going? Guys, I'm very upset. Zachary, I need help with the iPad.
I'm on it.
Can you help?
Should I buy that website now?
Don, the fact that you don't know that
All right, I'm going to look it up, see if I can find it.
you should look it up. It's. I mean, can someone back me up here? You guys are like not.
Dude, it doesn't show. Do you even have
You.
Wi-Fi in this studio?
Yes, we do, and the password is.
I found it.
Well, yeah, Zach. This is. It was a website that just. Yeah, can I see it?
Yeah. On my phone?
Yeah, on your phone. This is Don Lemon. It's a big deal. You can tell your mom.
Are you Big Head? Which one of these is you?
So it was a website that just showed this image, and it was a big prank growing up, and it was.
What is that?
It's Lemon Party,
see
dude.
that?
Your family started this website.
Is that 3 old dudes?
Yeah. It's,
Oh, wow.
It's really beautiful, in fact. I didn't know that they got down like that.
Is that what you're into?
No, guys, since fucking 6th grade, Lemon Party is like, it's the big joke. You text someone. One time I had Chet Hanks on, and he was getting mad at me.
That was my favorite interview with you.
Well, I did a second one where he got actually mad at me, and I mean, he's the best guy ever. But well, actually, you shouted it out. I saw. You showed love.
That was my favorite interview with you. When I was starting my show, I looked at.
You copied.
Well, I looked to you for inspiration. Honestly, yeah, because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what the fuck I was
Really?
doing. I had no
Really?
idea what I was doing. And I like this is my aesthetic. I like this is. Do you know what this is?
This is a Saarinen
Saarinen tulip table.
knockoff.
It's a knockoff. Yeah,
These
it's not
are
real.
we tried to match to the Dick Cavett show, and he used cheap knockoffs. So we unnecessarily spent $16,000 on 4 of these chairs.
Did you know that I said that when I walked in? Who was your inspiration? Dick Cavett. It looks like the Dick Cavett show. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
but
it's
I
one
like
of the
these
most
are
famous
these are
shows,
like
Don, congratulate, and we all know this.
these look like it could be Knoll. Like
These were Knoll. Yeah,
Eames-
these are
Eames
Eames
chairs, yeah.
Eames lobby chairs from the Knoll Corporation that we unnecessarily spent $4,000 on each, and they came from a courthouse in Pennsylvania. People probably went to the death penalty.
you could have
from this.
gotten these a knockoff at Design Within Reach probably. For
No,
a lot
but
less money.
design within reach, not exactly within reach. You've been 1% for too long, my friend. So tell us about St. Bart's. How's your Thanksgiving?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You got, who do you have? You have Katzenberg, you have Geffen, you have Sydney Sweeney, you had the guy that made Spider-Man.
Lauren Michaels.
You had Lauren Michaels.
Yeah, you got You got
You have an ambition to host
Jared
SNL?
Kushner.
What's
No.
he like as a guy, Jared Kushner?
I've never met Jared Kushner.
I feel like I can typically sense what a guy is like. he feels so just like what he's like from a video game. You walk past him, and he's just on the street, and he's like in like he's just a they call it an NPC. What are you like? You're like 65 years old, but you look 23.
I'm 85. No, I'm 50. I'm in my 50s.
You're in your 50s.
Closing in.
But you
on
look
something.
incredible for 50s.
Thank you. I looked a lot younger before Trump came to office. But to my knowledge, I've never met Jared Kushner. I've met Ivanka and all the other kids.
She must be lovely.
Yeah, but Jared's brother Josh is amazing.
He's
a
a
really good
big
dude.
real estate guy.
He's a good dude.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
married to the Carly, what's her face?
Klaus.
Klaus.
Klaus
Kind of a
or
little,
Klaus.
not a little bit.
Yeah,
I
she's
know that-
gorgeous.
Yeah, but Klaus. It just
Yeah.
sounds like someone that's sending you to the
Yeah.
to the train. Never mind.
Klaus.
We don't have to get. I get into Holocaust too early every episode. Anyway, I want to get into you because I think I didn't know your backstory prior to like researching for this episode, but I think you have like a really interesting kind of backstory. Like you're from the South, and you kind of like you did kind of an anchorman bouncing around between affiliate stations kind of situation, and then you found yourself at the top.
Yeah.
You know, the parallel that I thought of, like analyzing your career, was was Oprah Winfrey, because she was like from the South. She worked in affiliate news stations,
Yeah.
and she kind of worked her way to the top of kind of media.
I think it's one of the, who was it?
Was she an inspiration for you?
Yeah, well, of course. I mean,
She's
Oprah's,
unbelievable.
she's the GOAT. She, then she went the talk show route, but sort of traditional news, yes. I think I was one of the last. Do you know who Ben Smith is? Who's
From BuzzFeed?
From Semaphore.
Yeah.
He said he's had one of the last traditional sort of news careers where people had to go to different markets and work their way up.
Does the
You don't have to
path
do
not
that now.
exist anymore?
It does, but not to the same extent, because you could actually go learn the craft before the internet, make your mistakes, and then by the time you got to a big market or
Yeah.
to network, then you were honed and you could write. You know how to do. Kids don't know how to write now. You can start with this. You don't have to go around and learn. And
Yeah.
everyone thinks that they should be like a network correspondent or anchor immediately, like within a year or so. It's like, no, it doesn't. It shouldn't work that way.
How bad were your mistakes? You got someone in the electric chair or something? When you
No,
were
I
in the
mean, you pronounce shit wrong, you get stuff wrong.
Oh, have you been on a news blooper before?
I'm sure I have.
It's one of the funniest.
It's the best.
I mean, what was their name? The officer that got killed. Shit.
The
What-
officer
the
that
famous
got killed.
one. The lady. The Mega Doodoo.
Oh,
You know that one?
No.
What's her name? DD Mega Doodoo. An officer dead in the line of duty. DD Mega Doodoo. News bloopers are the absolute funniest thing on earth.
Yeah, I haven't been in a news blooper, but I have some pretty funny news moments. Well, yeah, once it wasn't me. I was doing an interview, and the person was satellite, and their chair, the air started going out of their chair. And so the chair just started going down while she was on. That was funny. And then I had funny moments because I didn't give a shit. So I had funny moments. There's a funny cheesecake moment. What is it called? What's the Cheesecake Factory moment? And then there's like and then there was a MAGA hat funny moment. And I had a bunch of funny
What does that
funny
mean?
moments.
A cheesecake MAGA hat?
There was just a thing where we were talking about this, a MAGA hat, this guy wearing a MAGA hat in the Cheesecake Factory. Someone brought it up, and then everybody just sort of cracked up.
That was on
You
the
can look it
news?
up. Yeah, it was on the news.
So what? This guy was just wearing a hat in a restaurant?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just okay.
It wasn't the guy in the restaurant. You have to watch it.
Do you ever go to an affiliate station in a city you've never lived in before? And you're
Sure.
like, these people are disgusting.
No.
Like when you were in Philly, you were like, oh, I have to cover these monsters.
No, but
Yeah, you're like, I hate all.
No, after a while it got old, like standing in front of, a place where something was breaking like at 9 in the morning and it's 11 o'clock at night and it's like, why are we here? It's like, that got old. Or just like random shootings and stabbings. That just like.
What was your like first kind of major lesson that you got like along the way, or did you have a mentor, like someone that like saw some potential in you growing up?
I never really had a mentor. I mean, folks saw potential. My first news director saw potential because I was working here at Channel 5. That was my first
Fox.
news job. Fox 5.
Yeah.
Do you know where it is? WNYW?
I don't know where the.
Do you remember
building
Metro
is.
Media? You're not old enough to remember Metro Media. It's in the old Metro Media building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like this? It's kind of like.
Yeah, it's kind
It
of
sounds
like
like
this.
a Metro.
But it's where
yeah.
A Current Affairs started. Do you remember that? It's where like
Oh yeah, like
tabloid TV started
okay.
in that building.
Yeah.
And so I worked for the 10 o'clock news. And so my first news director, one of my first news directors, I was a field producer and an assignment editor and satellite feed coordinator and all that shit and writer. And then I wanted to be on air, and I put my tape together, and she said, "You're really good. I'll put you on." She started putting me on the air, and that's how I built my tape. And then
How
I
did
started
you
going
know
around.
that you'd be good at that?
I knew when I was
You're hot.
I knew when I was a
You're a
kid.
good-looking guy. Yeah.
What'd you say?
If you were uglier, it probably would have been scary.
Don't come on to me. It's embarrassing.
I'm not coming on to you. I'm just saying, like, when you came out of the closet on CNN, were there like women that were like, "Fuck you"?
No.
You had to have had like ladies that were like,
No, they were like, I don't care. He's still, or they
No.
were like disappointed.
You
Yeah.
just didn't notice them.
Yeah.
You definitely had gals that were like, "Oh my God, he's the perfect man," and then they're like, "Motherfucker."
Yeah.
And maybe
Why are all the good ones? They always say.
gay guys, yeah, like in shape and stuff.
Yeah.
We're disgusting slobs, me and my friend. That's what. You how long would you consider that you've been in your field? Like,
Oh, since 1991, 92.
so you're like that is a dramatic shift in like what media is and how it's.
Yeah, I've
consumed,
seen
right?
it. I've seen everything.
Do you conceive of it as like you've been in the belly of like a decay, or at least a decay of trust?
Yes, a decay of trust because it's become
Yeah.
more corporatized over time, and that tends to peel away the trust. People don't trust because they think it's too much corporate influence.
You're talking about like CNN or like network news.
What
or-
I mean, network news, but just
Yeah.
corporate media in general, just sort of mainstream media. It's all owned by companies who have their business to protect, and so you got to be careful what you say on the air.
Has that like ever like conflicted with like you've had to self-censor, or have you had to,
I self-censored all the time when I was.
you've
on
had to
CNN
sell some bullshit
or
crap?
MSNBC. What do you mean sell?
Like but the affiliate or the network wants you to like say like, oh yeah, like we don't give you cancer from or like.
No, I've
I
never
don't,
been
like-
told. I will say, when I was at CNN,
Yeah.
I was never told what to say. I was never told that you must do something,
Uh-huh.
except toward the last year I was there, which was not very pleasant. But
Your boss was Zucker when you were there.
yeah, Jeff is awesome.
Does he regret not giving Trump a better contract offer for The Apprentice?
No, I don't
Because
think
he
so.
kind
You'd
of
have to ask
ruined.
him.
It's kind of a little bit his fault. If Trump wasn't like renegotiating for the new season, he wouldn't have done the escalator and the run for president.
I think that was over. I think your timeline is off.
I think
there.
he was a little bit renegotiating. He was like, Zucker, I'm going to be the president. I don't need you. And then accidentally, he became the president twice.
Yeah.
It's kind of doing it twice is a little bit like shame on him.
Yeah, I would say it's hard to say it's one person's fault because it
I
takes a
think
lot
it's-
of people in the country.
Zucker and Weiner. I think the two.
Anthony Weiner?
Well, had it not been for the laptop, a week, 10 days out from the election, Comey wouldn't have written the letter. It's the most damage done by any one penis of all time. We wouldn't have had literally the end of democracy.
I'm thinking about that.
Think about
'Cause
it.
You might be right.
It's butterfly
Honestly,
effect.
you might be right.
If they
I
let-
never thought about that.
Or if they let Trump buy the Bills, he would have just been the team owner of the Buffalo Bills with John Bon Jovi. There's a lot of tinfoil hat moments that we've had over the last couple of years. But you met your husband on election
But
night.
it's kind of, how do you know this shit?
Well, I just thought that was like bizarre that you got so horny from Donald Trump winning in 2016. I was sad. I was mourning, and you were like, I'm horned up. And
It's
like,
really the best story ever, honestly.
Tell us the story. It's romantic.
We talk about it. I don't know if he mentioned it in his vows, but
He said,
we
thank
did.
God Donald Trump was the president, got us so horny.
I think we mentioned it in our reception speech that there was one thing good that came out of that, but no, it's actually a really good story. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, I'd love it.
So it was election night, and I'm not political. I'm not a political reporter. So everything went to D.C. and all the folks in D.C.
So you were off.
So I had the night off, and then Chris and I would come in the next day and like do it, and then do the fun shit and analysis. And so I got invited to this party at Cipriani in Soho or downtown, and so it was an election night watch party given by Harvey Weinstein.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? So you were getting horned up with the wines?
No.
It sounds. This is a really beautiful story.
So he invited a bunch of people.
Uh-huh.
It was I was there. I think Martha Stewart was there. Andrew Cuomo was there.
That had to be the best.
Miles Teller was there.
Oh, of course.
A
Yeah, the
bunch of
drummer.
folks.
Yeah.
No.
Whiplash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Whiplash. A bunch of folks. And so we met. Tim and I met downtown. It was our first date.
Yeah.
And we walked in, and he sat at a table like this, and you know how they make the table bigger so get more people around it. And when he sat, he kicked the thing, and everything fell off of the table.
Oh,
And
it's
so
like a
that was
romantic comedy.
Yeah, it was like a romantic comedy.
They're
And
meet
then,
cute.
then when that settled down, we started seeing the numbers come in, and they were like, "Oh yeah, she still got Pennsylvania, she still got Florida." And I was looking at my CNN email, going, "No." And then we were like, "Let's get out of here." And then we went to the Polo Bar to meet my agent, and we watched the results from there. And then everyone's like, "Holy shit!"
Everyone's cheering probably at
we
the
said,
Polo Bar.
"No."
Really?
And then we said, "I don't want to sleep alone tonight because this is pretty fucking scary."
Really?
And he ended up staying. And I lived in Harlem then.
Really?
Yeah. And so the next morning,
Yeah.
he had to ride home on the subway with a bunch of black people. And he's like, he wanted to just go, "I didn't do it."
So he's a racist, your husband.
No.
So you met
No,
this racist
he thought
guy
people
on the
would
night
think that he
Trump got
voted
elected.
for him. He voted for Trump, but he said, you know, because it was just a little uncomfortable.
My
people looking
my
at him.
parents met at a gay bar actually.
Did they?
No, they didn't meet, but my dad sealed the deal at a gay bar.
He had sex with her at a gay bar?
No, well, I think that night. I don't know if it was at the gay bar, but
Yeah.
they kept getting set up on blind dates, and she kept being like, "This fucking guy," and she was like, "This guy sucks," and it was like 3 blind dates or 4.
So what were they doing in a gay bar?
And so my dad was at a party. She shows up with her girls, and he's like, "Oh my God, it's the girl from the blind dates." He's like, "Maybe I'll, try and chat her up again."
Your dad was at a party at a gay bar.
No, this is prior to the gay bar.
Oh, okay.
So they just go to a party, and it's the girl that hates him from 3 blind dates, and she's like, said to her girls, she's like, "Let's get out of here. Like, I want to go dancing, right?" And him and his friend like followed them, I guess, and they went to a gay bar, like a club, and my dad was like, "Oh my God, this place is gay." So him and his friend like held hands on the way in because they thought that they'd get
That's
caught.
the only way they could.
They get caught for not being gay, and I guess that was the bold.
What is the test for that? You
It's kind of cute. It's cuter than your racist husband. I think that's. It's interesting because like we're in this place in time right now where I'm kind of afforded access to. I talked to the mayor
It's a
of
little
New,
nuts, isn't it?
and it's just I have absolutely no right. Like I'm just wearing glasses. Like this grift is about to be up, but what's interesting is like you talked about how like you don't have to wait in line like you did prior, like going station to station, and that whole pathway is gone. Is it a product of like the democratization of media? Is it a product of like everything is the media now? Everyone's a freaking journo now, or like?
Well, I don't think everything's a journo. Everyone's a journo, but I think there are different ways to get information. Like, I don't know if you would consider, I don't have to look at Larry King's resume, but a journalist, but he certainly gave information. He was an interview. I don't think Johnny Carson was a journalist, but you certainly get information from shows like that.
Yeah.
And some of the morning show folks are not journalists. There are people who are on now who are not, who didn't go to school for journalism, but yet they're, maybe they took a path and for their career. But I think it's good and bad. Yeah, is it the democratization of media? Sure.
Yeah.
But it's good and bad. It's bad in that there are no standards. There are
Would
no
it benefit
editorial
from like a
rigors.
standardized like
Yes.
definition?
It would.
Right?
It would.
Why
benefit.
isn't there one?
Because it's hard to control everything. I mean, the internet has made everything so hard to control. I mean, before you just had to get information. You didn't have access to information like that. You didn't have access to be able. I mean, this is basically a network in your pocket.
Yeah.
We can go live right now, and people will start watching us. You want to do it?
I don't. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm scared of it. I make Zach touch the buttons.
But you weren't able to do that, and even.
Yeah, you could
20
have a
years ago,
meltdown
15 years ago.
about wearing a mask in a Walgreens and then be in Congress like
Yeah.
2 years later.
Yeah.
like seriously, it's it feels a little bit like the class. It used to be classier.
What the media? You mean?
Just the country.
Oh, the country used to be classier. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look how we're dressed now.
I mean,
Before
we're
we'd have to do this,
slobs.
we'd have to wear like a suit or something
Because
fancy.
Fetterman is so hot right now, we're trying to do the thing. We're trying to and it's just like, why can't we just be ourselves?
Yeah, but it's good and bad. It's
Yeah.
bad in that, again, there are no editorial rigors for the most part, and then it's good because you can actually, you're not influenced by someone else's, how they want you to tell the story.
I think a lot about like when there's like the Boston bombing, I think was one example of this, when there's like like people on Reddit trying to like, there's like really catastrophic events a lot of the time. Like people, like innocent people are like kind of their lives are fucked with during like moments of crisis like that. And it just feels like sometimes there should be more of a kind of a system in place to like prohibit people from like thinking that they're Batman of the media, thinking that they're the Dark Knight of the media.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Well, I'm just saying, like, you know, like, to me, what would make sense, because I'm like a freaking pinko, you know, whatever, is like there should be public media that doesn't have a profit incentive.
You
right?
mean media that doesn't make people crazy?
Well, media that's like not trying to make money for GE or something. You're like,
well, that's what I mean by the corporate media, and that's influence. I mean, you can't fuck up a GE contract. I'm just.
But I'm trying to make money for boner pills right now. I mean, like, is this a better alternative? Like,
well, yeah. Are people watching you?
I think that if you have like a public broadcasting system with like, you know, safeguards that are kind of enumerated by, you know, legislation, like it's the only way to kind of protect people at the end of the day.
Well, look, I look at it differently. As long as you're not pretending to be a journalist. You're just being Adam. And
no, I was going to ask you because I have some headlines I want to practice with you.
Then that's fine. But there are people out there who pretend to be journalists and they're not, and they don't, you know, they don't have the range.
Yeah.
And but I don't think you have to do that. I just think there's a difference between being an influencer, a streamer, and a journalist.
I'm not the influencer or streamer. This is a long form Jewish style YouTube talk show, and it's very important according to the newspaper. I think it's because I'm wearing glasses. Would you feel like I'm copying you if like I went into the middle of a hurricane and just stood there with a microphone?
There are a lot of people who do that.
But you're like, that's what a journalist is supposed to do, to get rained on.
Well, that's part of it. That's what a reporter does if you're doing it.
You were into that, though, I could tell.
It was interesting. I liked it.
Were you the most extreme one? You're like, I'm going to go to the hardest wind. Anderson Cooper doesn't have shit on me.
No.
I'm going to go to the craziest.
There was never competition like that, but it was.
Why do we need a guy getting rained on?
Well, you don't.
Yeah, yeah.
But people love it.
It's so funny.
It is.
It must be so fun.
It is fun unless it's freezing, and then you're soaking wet, and then you end up, you know, with pneumonia or something. But
yeah.
It is fun. It is fun because everybody watches, and you're blowing around, and it's kind of fun.
They have
and then
to see a
and
guy.
You're like, and they just until the worst of it passes, you're just standing there, and you have to come up with shit to say because they're not going to leave you. If you're aware of the bad weather, hurricane or whatever it is, then they're on you the entire time. So you just have to talk and show shit.
So coming from your background, like you're from a religious family from the South. Mm-hmm. You kind of like made it to New York City. Your family backstory is pretty interesting. Like, is it true that there was a second family or something like that you discovered later on in life?
No, it wasn't a second family.
Or there was a divorce, or
my mom had divorced her first husband, which is my sister's dad. My mom was like a teen, pregnant bride or whatever.
Yeah.
And but then years later, my mom went to work as she was walking to college. Mm-hmm. She passed this law office that said they needed a legal secretary needed, and she applied and she got it. She went in and got the job, and then my dad was an attorney, and then they ended up having a relationship. Well, my dad was married, but back then divorces were not quite as easy, and he didn't divorce her. The rumor was that she was a lesbian. And so they just stayed together.
The other wife.
The other wife. And
sounds like your mom was a little bit being a bitch, maybe.
No.
She's like, I heard she's lesbian.
No, my mom never said that. It was actually the other way around.
No, really? She was probably cruel.
Yeah. No, she never spoke ill. And she was actually very kind to the woman. And I remember, the woman never knew. I mean, I think she probably suspected that I was a dad.
Really?
Yeah, for sure she didn't know, but she didn't pry. It was like, it was kind of like don't ask, don't tell. They led separate lives.
So he's a lawyer, but he couldn't figure out how to get a divorce?
No, it's not he couldn't figure it out. It's just that you just didn't do it, and I think he was just being kind.
Napoleonic code, I know what you're saying.
Just being kind,
yeah. Yeah. So he was older, is he your stepfather?
He was older than my dad, my mom.
Your mom. Is he Mr. Lemon?
No.
No.
My stepdad was
He was your biological father.
My biological father. He was my biological father, but my sister is Lemon.
Yeah.
That's their dad. My mom was married. and then got a divorce. But I just took the last name because
And
my
so-
parents weren't married.
Was your stepdad your father figure growing up?
He
or?
was my everything, but he died when I was 7, like that.
Really?
Yeah.
So it was a lot of girls.
Yeah, I was 9. Would you say there's a lot of what?
Girls.
A lot
Yeah,
of
sisters,
I had 2
moms,
sisters,
grandma.
and then a stepsister. My mom remarried.
Yeah.
And grandma. It was a lot of women.
They drove you nuts.
They did.
Oh my God! If
But
it
you
was
learn a lot when it's all women in the
when
house.
they're yelling at you, what do you do?
You have to deal with it.
How do you deal?
They'll
with it?
yell at you, but I mean, my sisters did, but they were also my biggest protectors.
One of your biggest guests is D.L. Hughley.
One of my biggest guests. Well, he's
You've had
he's
him
a
a lot.
friend.
Yeah, he's a friend.
He's a lot. We do shows together.
And you're also DL.
shows.
You're Don Lemon.
I'm DL, Don
Yeah.
Lemon, and at one point I was DL.
You were DL.
Yeah.
Is David Letterman active in the DL community?
Initially.
Was he? He's an inspiration.
Did you guys get that?
They didn't get it
Initially.
initially. Well, next question. When you moved to New York as like a young gay guy,
Yeah.
it must have been incredible. Coming out of the South
In the 90s?
in the 90s,
It was really fun.
AIDS was over, right?
No.
No, it was like ending, right? It was on a down slope.
Well, I mean, you didn't know it then. I mean, there was no cure. It was actually wasn't on the downslope. It was pretty much like it was a height almost.
What
in
did
the
you
90s.
learn about your community? Because like those guys that came for the decade before literally went through the Holocaust. I mean, like you were like the next
Well,
generation up. Does
Yeah,
it
the
feel
next
that way?
generation up, but still, it was still part of it. I mean, look,
Yeah.
in the 90s, it was still AIDS. The AIDS was ravaging the community,
Yeah.
and it was scary.
Yeah.
But like people's sexual habits changed.
Did it make intimacy like scary for
Yeah.
like yeah?
I think a lot of people who grew up, came out around
Yeah.
that time, I think they have intimacy issues now.
I just think about those old timers. They just like all of their friends died.
Yeah.
I don't think that we respect them enough.
You
Like-
think they're OGs?
They've been through hell,
Yeah.
and they also like just like got beaten up and stuff prior to that. Like they weren't like on will and grace.
No,
they
but
were they were like thought of as like the fringes of society. They really took the
But
shit.
it was fun then. I kind of liked it when
The
when
thin
being-
mustache guys.
No, I kind of liked it when being gay was like sort of special and counterculture, and
Yeah, yeah.
now it's just all of my friends, like everyone I know, is just heteronormative. They
It's
have
gay of me to be
kids.
straight. I feel like.
It's what?
I feel gay to be straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like I don't have tattoos and I'm straight. I'm like
Yeah.
I'm punk rock basically at this point.
Yeah. Do you want to go to a gay wedding or a straight wedding?
A gay wedding or a straight wedding? Why would a gay guy get married?
Exactly.
What a waste of gay.
It's what I'm talking about.
Married?
I know.
What?
I mean, my husband is younger, so he
Yeah.
wanted to get married, but I didn't. I mean,
Were you like, this is ridiculous?
but you can't say that. You can't
Well,
say
if
that
you
to a
love-
generation who's now used to having the same sort of rights and accessibility as everybody else.
They all went to
Before-
Goldman Sachs.
Yeah, yeah,
Really?
yeah. So they all, the younger folks they want to get married, they want to be heteronormative, and for someone like me, it's all well and good. I can do it, but I did not necessarily need to have a wedding or get married. I would like the same rights as everybody else, but I didn't have to do that.
Do you
Right.
old head them? Do you OG them?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You're like, listen, young buck,
Fuck yeah.
pull up your damn pants.
I do.
You're a pull up your damn pants guy?
Kind of.
Yeah, I saw you talking about
Yeah,
it. What do
yeah.
you hate most about sagging?
Well, I don't want to see the crack of someone's ass or
Yeah,
their
yeah.
dirty underwear. It's gross.
But you like, because it's your community, so you want to be like, let's hold our. It's
Well,
like
that's not.
no, it's like how
exclusive to
I'm
the
like,
gay
let's
community.
not like cause a famine and have a baby starve.
Oh, you mean the black community?
Yeah, yeah. That's how I'm critical
yeah.
of my community. It's my sagging is let's just not bombard a civilian population with a. It's
I
a
just
dark
don't.
joke.
I just don't think it's. Necessary, and it's also comes from prison culture, like when you couldn't wear a belt, and so.
Yeah, but so
think
does the word punk, right?
Yeah, but still.
But yeah, but
Do you
you're not
use
a
that word?
jailhouse
How often
punk.
do you use that word?
Punk?
Yeah.
Like punk rock? Yeah.
That's,
It used to mean a guy that was getting people were having sex with in jail, but then it became.
yeah, but that was a different thing. That was
punk is cool.
It was punk is different than the way you say it would be PONK.
Punk.
Punk.
I think in the 50s it was P-U-N-K.
Well, that.
They were a prison
50s
punk.
was like punks were like.
Oh, we got to look this up on the
Yeah, look it up.
lemonparty.com.
Yeah, but I am that guy.
Yeah, you really are.
Yeah.
Is it like but is that, I mean, like, is that the same thing as trying to get married and stuff? Like kind of normativity, like kind of like
Yeah, I mean, there's
put on dockers?
There's kind of no. I don't think you have to wear dockers. I'm not saying you have to dress a certain.
Because I grew up with a
kind
lot of
way.
Jewish guys that were dressing that way, and we thought it was the coolest.
What with their
Sagging and
sagging?
like, yeah, of course.
Oh, I mean your generation.
My
yeah.
generation of Jewish guys like grew up
Yeah.
on hip hop.
Yeah, but it's okay. You can get away with it
Why? What are you saying?
because white guys can get away with
They
that.
control
Black
the
kids-
weather, they
black
control
kids-
the
No,
media.
not Jews. I mean white
They
kids.
control them. You're the one
It's-
that's in the media.
It's different than black kids who are. It's a different standard.
So you're saying I should be allowed to sag, but not the
Nope, I'm
not
not
black
saying
kids?
that you should be allowed to.
That
I'm
doesn't
just
sound
saying-
fair to
I'm
black
just saying
kids.
it's okay for you and it's easier for you.
The sagging thing just
And it's
doesn't.
not gonna. People aren't gonna look on you as some sort of thug or punk because you're doing it.
I don't think
But they will
sagging has
as
been a
those
thing
guys.
for like 15 years.
I still see people doing it, but yes,
Who's still
it hasn't been a
sagging?
thing for 15 years. You're right, and so
Yeah.
that's when when I said that was 15 years ago. But
You go up on the subway to a kid, you're like, this is from
No, I
prison culture.
no, I don't.
And
do
this
that.
means that you
But
want
I
to be
see people sagging all the
sodomized.
time. You don't see people sagging still?
I don't look for it. I don't know. It's
I
just
see it
it's
all the
normal.
time.
It's kind of who cares. It's one of the worst things.
I don't care, but if you ask me about it, I'm going to give you my opinion.
You're the one that's saying Jewish people should be allowed to do it and not black people. Okay?
I did not say that.
Maybe your husband said that on election night to you.
I did.
Going back to the Oprah point, I was in an elevator with her once, right?
Yeah.
And I used to always have this like kind of like, why the hell do people care so much about this lady like telling you to read books and stuff? And I was in an elevator and I was like, she's exciting. There's something so incredible about her, right?
Yeah.
And like coming from the South, going through news, and then kind of getting to the top of media, like who were like your inspirations independent of that? Like when you were like, this is what I want in my career.
When I started those, this is pre-Oprah. It
Right.
would be like Bryant Gumbel or Max Robinson or even Peter Jennings. Like those were the folks that I liked. And then there was a woman who was an inspiration in my town who I saw on television, and that kind of sealed the deal. And her name was Jean West.
She was local news.
She was a local news lady.
Yeah.
And then I saw her and I was like, oh, well, that's like my family. It's not like, oh my.
Yeah.
And so I was like,
She wasn't
I
like
can do
Jimmy
that.
J.J. Walker on the news.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, but that was the only representation we had.
I
on
can't
TV.
imagine anyone doing that on the news.
No, but I
Yeah.
mean, you did not have,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
people who looked like me for a lot of people who looked like me on the news. And she
Yeah.
I saw her and I was like, oh, wow, she's amazing.
When were black people like? Was that a later thing?
70s.
In the 70s.
70s
Yeah.
and it really came to prominence like more so in the 80s
On the news.
on the news. Yeah,
What a ridiculous place we live.
I know.
That's like not long.
It wasn't that long ago. I know.
And you were like the first.
No, I'm old heading you.
You're old. You were the first gay anchor in like cable news.
No,
One
I
of the
think
first.
the first person who was really out was Rachel Maddow. But
Okay.
she wasn't Rachel Maddow like she is now.
Sure.
But she was a big deal, and she was on MSNBC. And I don't know if Rachel calls herself a journalist or a writer or whatever, but anyways, she was definitely a television host, and she was out, which was
Yeah.
admirable. First, she sent me flowers. She was
She
like
did.
one of the first people to reach out and say congratulations,
Yeah.
and you're going to be great. So yeah, and then me. And there
It
was
seems
another guy
insane
named.
to me that like that's not like I feel like everyone's gay. I feel like the entire Republican Party. is gay.
Well, it's a big deal, but
Yeah.
I mean, it was a big deal back then. It's not a big deal now. Nobody cares.
If you're covering like a figure that's like working to pass legislation that like would damage your community or take rights away from you, and you understood that they were
Gay?
gay,
Yeah.
what
I'd
is
out
the
'em.
what is you would out them?
Yeah.
Is there what is the line that you toe journalistically? Like,
For what? Outing someone?
yeah, I mean, like it's just like I mean, in my imagination, like it's like a lot of these fellas are like
I don't think you need to out someone if they're not a hypocrite.
right.
Right. So there's
But is it like
it's
the
nobody's
entire
business.
all of the Republicans are?
Yeah. It's nobody's business. But if you are,
Yeah.
proposing legislation or enacting legislation that is, the antithesis of what you're doing,
Yeah.
then of course it should be called out.
Did you ever find yourself weighing that
What do you mean?
as a journalist, where you saw like someone doing anti-gay kind of legislation or something that you
No, but
knew
I've had to
be-
report
be
on
gay?
it. I mean, there are lots
Yeah.
of figures who are in the news, but I didn't know. Look, again, I'm not a DC reporter. I did not just
Yeah.
report on politics, so I wasn't that into it. But there certainly were rumors about people, and then you'd hear about them hitting on their interns or staffers and that kind of thing.
And then advocating for taking rights away from your community.
Yeah. It still happens. People would say the more conservative they are, the more homophobic.
So would you consider
The-
pulling the trigger
The
if
more
it ever?
homophobic they are, the gayer
I
they are.
imagine, because you're
Yeah.
thinking about gay all day long.
Yeah.
You're gay.
Which is true, because if you just
It's just the way you're
if you
fixating.
just allowed yourself to do it, you wouldn't have to think
to
about
be
it all day
happy
long.
and be rich, like God forbid.
You think if you were gay makes you rich and successful?
Yeah, you work harder. I
That's
think gay
true.
guys work harder.
Overachievers. Yeah.
You went into cable 2006 then,
Yep.
and so that was like end of Bush.
Well, when I went into cable initially, like broadcast people looked down on cable, and
Right.
even some local people who, if you worked
It was
for like
trashy.
if you worked for a network O&O, which was a network owned and operated station, like if you worked for a WABC or WNBC or KNBC or whatever, and these were the stations that the networks owned. Okay, that was considered prestigious, and then broadcast news was considered prestigious, and cable was like, not so cool, not so prestigious. Anybody could work there. That was the perception, and they called it the Chicken Noodle Network, right? CNN. And
Oh, that must have hurt.
But then that flipped. But actually it flipped under Trump,
Under Trump?
because people, yeah,
No way.
because it became more relevant, and people were,
Not during Obama. I mean, Fox News came up during kind of
but
Bush
the-
and then into Obama. I feel like that's when it was
yes,
over.
but I think the apex or whatever, or the zenith of cable news was
Maddow telling my dad that Putin's trying to kill him.
was
That was hot.
George Floyd, COVID, and Trump all at the same time.
Yeah,
It
and
was
you
a
were
trifecta.
you witnessed all of that as
I saw the rise of cable news because it was on
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
And so the internet started to come in, and people realized, I don't have to wait until 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or 6:30 to get the news. I don't have to just get the news on the morning show and then wait all day to get an evening broadcast. And so people just started watching more cable news.
it's kind of too much of the news.
Too
right?
much of the news. And then that's when cable became vogue and fashion. And then I just happened to be, it was
Yeah.
just timing for me.
Yeah. Did you like?
I'd never
Did
watched
you-
CNN before I went to work there. I had no idea who the people were.
Did
I'd
you
heard
have
of
like a
some of them.
concept of like we're part of an institution that is losing the public and we're desperate to like keep their attention somewhat like
Wait, say again, what?
did you feel like because the point we're at right now is that like faith in traditional like corporate media is like the lowest it's ever been. I feel like people just think everything's a lie, and they people watch YouTube now, right?
Yeah.
And like
It's the number one network.
right, and it's like did you feel it while you were in corporate media? Did you feel that grip loosening?
I did feel it loosening, but not as much as it had, because I was still in a bubble. And when you're there, because you are so enmeshed in it,
Yeah.
you think that everyone is paying attention. And so I would say, oh my gosh, did you hear about, I'd be covering something all day, and then I'd go hang out with friends or people, and I would say blah, 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 and they'd go, what's that?
Yeah.
And so I think people, especially in cable news, they think that everyone is paying attention to everything, and it's not. So partially it is, I think, Fox News kind of started it. Roger Ailes kind of started the
GOAT.
he kind of started people to the distrust in news.
Yeah.
Because he inserted, characters, right wing characters into, the primetime ecosystem. But part of it's partially our own fault, and I include myself as well.
Do you have a regret, or is there something you look
Well, I
back on?
can't
You're
like
that's
criticize.
fucked up.
I can't criticize corporate media because I was a part of it for such a long time, and it's only been, 3 years since I've been gone from corporate news, and people still associate me with it. But there were
Yeah.
things that I probably could have done that would have helped, but.
You could have saved the news.
Well, I think if I could have done, honestly, and I don't, probably at the time I can't, because I'm looking back now and with a
Of course, it's
2025
hindsight, yeah.
lens on 21, 20, 22, 23 when I was
Yeah.
there. I think if I could do in that corporate structure what I do now, it would be much more beneficial for America, the world, and the corporate structure. That's what they're missing. I think the folks in the corporate media should start hiring people like you and like me to come in and do but they don't have to. They don't have to promote you as a news show. You can be a talk show on the network.
Yeah. I mean, I think that
because it's hard to. You have to untrain.
I'd probably get in trouble.
No, you would.
The
You would get in trouble
of, like, me
now.
having the show here is
but,
that I have kind of creative autonomy.
But if they
and
allowed
agency.
you to do that, then
They
you
probably
wouldn't.
wouldn't.
Yeah, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. But if they did, I think it would be much better for them.
Yeah.
They wouldn't lose revenue and viewers.
What do you think that shift is? When you say they need people that are doing more like what you're doing right now, what have you changed?
Well, they need people who are authentic. The thing that that I had to untrain myself, untrain and retrain myself.
Yeah.
Because I used to second guess myself all the time, like second, third, like before anything came out of my mouth, I was like, okay.
But that's good. It's the news. You have to be careful.
No, not always, because then people at home aren't getting what they should be getting, and you're not serving. It's not relatable. Because people at home aren't filtering themselves that much.
You're saying that the presentation has to be authentic.
The presentation has to be
sometimes
authentic.
when you just let it rip, you need like sourcing and you need like to be
I'm not talking about source. It's a whole different thing. I'm not saying let it rip and lie. I'm saying have the conversations that people really have at home.
Yeah.
And that are more productive.
Do you miss the Jussie Smollett story? I just miss it.
The Smollett story?
It was just so nice. When you think back to it, it's like, wow, that was a
what
great
was
one.
nice about that? There was nothing nice about
He was just a liar.
He's a liar.
You say you got attached to that somehow, no?
I got attached to that wrongfully.
They
because
said that you were
I
in
never believed
cahoots
it.
with Smollett.
That was a lie.
You were his.
Yeah, that was a lie.
Where you were the third.
Well,
it was
I'll
the
tell you
African brothers and you. You were the third accessory.
No.
That's what I understand.
No,
I
stop
found
it.
that out on the.
No, you know what happened is I knew him we had mutual friends from Harlem.
From the liar community.
And I knew him. We knew it was a lie right away, like immediately. I knew it was a lie.
How did you
and I
know
called
it was
him out. He hates me because I called him out.
So you texted me. You said,
but
busted.
that's not out there in the narrative. Everyone thinks like, oh my God, I was like, no, he's a liar. No one believed it. In Chicago, at like 10 degrees outside, that someone is looking for
With a
Jussie
noose.
Smollett with a noose and a MAGA hat.
he's
in
going to
Chicago.
Subway?
How would they even know who he was?
Well, because he's huge. Power is one of the biggest shows on television.
It's not Power. It was Empire.
Empire, yeah.
So everyone was trying to get an interview with him, and I had his number, so I was trying to get an interview with him. And I said, Jussie, come on. Nobody believes you. If you want to get your story out, you should come on. The cops don't believe you. People don't believe you. Come on and tell your story. That's what any journalist should be doing. But he said, I didn't want to turn my phone over because I had text from Don Lemon there. I didn't give a fuck if they saw my text.
No, he was protecting you.
No, he's not protecting
You
me.
should say thank you to Jussie a little bit for.
There was nothing in there that would have gotten me in
I
trouble
think he
except for trying to
respected
get an
you.
interview.
So
No.
you said they have you
I think
dead
he
to
was
rights,
just
you
lying.
liar.
I think he was just lying.
There's something nice about a liar like that, right?
You like that?
Like a gay liar. There's something charming. Like what's his name from the Republican congressman, Santos. It's just
There is a Santos effect.
there's
about
something
that.
kind of just like great.
Yeah.
It's like this guy's going for it with the lies.
Well, I don't know
And
if he has-
can't-
I don't know if he
and
has
it
to
can't
be
last
gay.
forever. It can't last forever, right?
I know, but I don't know if he has to be gay. There are a lot of heterosexual liars.
No, but there's something funnier if it's like because it's more. Do you think of Trump as like a campy figure or a
Trump
queen?
is so gay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's
I've
that's
said
why
that before. You guys aren't surprised by that, are you?
he's marketed in terms of like machismo. But if you like look at like even the interior of the house, it's
He's
Liberace.
Look, he's taken over a gay anthem, YMCA. That's
It's
the
incredible.
gayest song ever.
The cruising.
I can't even enjoy it anymore.
His song is a cruising for dick song that.
Yeah. At the YMCA, in the locker room.
I mean, it just must. You really should do a right-wing pivot. It must be so fun.
You mean I should become a right wing?
First of all, the
Oh my God.
money's good.
Oh, I thought about you're way.
The money's good, and like think
Adam.
about how much fun this batshit old queen is talking about.
You're about 15
a
years too late.
golfer's dick size from like 100 years ago.
You're 15 years too late. Can you
Why?
imagine if I had become? Everyone thought before Trump, people thought I was a black conservative on CNN.
I still think so.
Okay, yes.
I think you're a conservative in whatever
I have some
Fetterman's clothing.
I have some conservative leanings. I do, but
What are your main conservatives? The pulling up the pants?
Well, that's
Come on, you got to quit with that.
was
It's
15
not nice to the
15
kids.
years
Oh, I'm a
ago.
rich guy. I'm a rich guy, and I'm telling you that you're probably his pants. Maybe it's just a bit. It was a hand-me-down pants, and they're growing into it. You don't. What? Their butt cracks are holding them back in this world. Thomas, can I get a vape? I'm sorry.
Is there any water around this joint?
Yeah, let's get him water. I want to get a Velo, actually. Do you have a Velo?
No, I'll get him water.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Lemon.
shit.
I was really cooking on that. This episode is brought to you by eBay Live. Here's how it goes. First, you're just watching eBay Live, seeing some rare finds, not even bidding, just lurking, and then you see a rare rookie card. Go for an absolute steal. A 90s handbag comes up, and you have to jump in. Maybe put that rookie card in the handbag. Maybe you lose your first auction. You bid again and win. And that winning feeling, it's such a rush because you know everyone else wanted it too. Meanwhile, on eBay Live, you don't just watch the action, you're in it. Download the eBay app to stream and shop live. eBay Live, things people love. Candy. Do gay guys like Bob Dylan? I've always wondered. I feel like no.
Do gay guys like Bob Dylan?
Yeah. It's a good question.
Yeah, of course.
No.
Why? What do you mean, like his music?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not something you're going to dance
He's
to
like
in a club.
Streisand for me. He's my Streisand. Right?
Yeah, gay men like Bob Dylan.
No, they like having fun and stuff. I like.
Oh, because Bob Dylan makes you sad.
No, it
And
makes
you want
me
to be
like,
all weepy.
No, it's about like, you know, it feels like it's, I don't know. It makes sense
What's
to
your,
me that
what's your
gay
Bob
guy-
Dylan song?
Though every single thing. I mean, like, you can't even, brother, you can't even start. Is there a competition, like, when you're at the top?
Yeah.
Like, there are such few spots, right? Like, you were like, you were at, like, do you want back in the game? Or
No.
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 You don't want back in the game?
No.
But you got the desk and stuff and the suit.
Yeah, but that's all rented.
Who cares? I mean, it's just, it's like it's kind of a, I guess as legacy media fades, there is still a press, it's like why talk shows still exist.
Yeah.
No one's watching fucking late night, right? But it's kind of this legacy media product that you just
It's
have
almost
to
like
have.
people performing for themselves.
Well, I don't
bit,
know
and
if
just
Fallon's
for-
the only one watching Fallon, but you know, it's just kind of a thing you're supposed to have.
No, but a lot of the people who are watching are like industry kind of people who are still attached to that kind of that kind of television, which is great. I mean, I love Jimmy Fallon. I know Jimmy. I know
he's a friend.
Kimmel.
He's a colleague.
Yeah, and Seth.
Yeah.
But
Seth.
great shows, and you know, even the cable news. So people still watch it. Television has a prestige. It's going to have it for a minute, but no, I get the same. I get the same thing out of doing it the way that I do it that I did when I was there, without all the pretense.
It's just, you could say anything on this crap.
Yeah.
I have to stop myself because like now comedians people think are smart.
Same. Yeah.
I'm one of the dumbest guys ever, right? And I could just say COVID transmission vaccine, and then people would be like, it's on the screen.
Yeah.
There must be something to it, you know?
But I think comedians perform a very important
Nah,
role in society. I do.
No, it's too much. They're making too much of it
Well, I don't know. My friend DL is very important, I think.
from the community.
From the community.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he also gives information, and he's very political, and he's in tune with the news, and I would watch him for...
Don't get the news from a comedian. Get it from the news.
Do you think that you're different than me? You think you're different than someone who's on television? We're all human beings. We're
I think that-
multifaceted. It's not like you're just a one-note person. No one is.
I think seeing how like, you remember like when a conspiracy theorist used to be like a guy that smelled like pee at the library?
Or like your uncle?
It used to just be the smelliest, like, and he was wearing like a Vietnam jacket, and you're like, good luck with that, library guy. Now it's literally nothing is real anymore.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's really, and things are happening so fast.
Now that guy has a very successful podcast and makes millions of dollars
No,
a
that
year.
guy is still in the library smelling like pee. But he's like, I should have, I could have done this. I could have been. That guy just still smells like piss. Well, I mean, do you find yourself like engaging with this as a beat or as like an area of focus? Do you find that like it affects your like?
No, I don't engage in conspiracy theories on.
Well, but you're covering
on
this.
my show. But I don't cover that. I don't cover that it was fake. But it's a lot of it is out there, and I believe you do have to have some sort of evidence, or you become a conspiracy theorist. Like people think that there were anomalies with the election, and so it's okay to think that, but no one is pushing it through and asking people to change votes because of it, or some investigation that's going to continue to go on and on forever when there's actually no evidence that it happened. But people do believe it, so that's why I asked.
What was it like being on the news January 6th?
Kind of surreal because
They thought they were going to win?
yeah,
They were running at the building. They thought they were going to beat the government?
they thought that they had won.
What do you mean win? They like smoked
They
weed
thought
at the
that they
Capitol
had
Rotunda?
won the election, and therefore that they were
I
going.
get that.
It was justified to
They
go in
kind of
there.
did like a pranks when they got into the building. There's a guy who's like, I'm going to fart on Pelosi's chair.
No, they did more
Another
than
guy
that.
took a podium.
No, they shit on stuff.
They pooped. I mean, that's kind of like,
They pooped and peed on stuff.
it was one of the dumbest things that we've ever seen anyone try.
Well, isn't that kind of the point? And that's probably why they were pardoned, because he realized, I think at some level, that he co-opted those poor people and that he manipulated them.
No,
So,
because he was probably just
They're
like,
they're
"Fuck
grown ass
you.
people, but
I'm going to get this caveman out of Gitmo. Fuck you. I'm Trump.
yeah.
Do you think he's ever going to get in trouble for anything?
No.
It's awesome.
Well, now, I mean, he's president. Before, if he wasn't president, he might be in an orange
Yeah,
jumpsuit.
come on. How many times we said that?
No, if he wasn't president, of course.
Teflon Don. He gets away with. He
Well, he's
doesn't.
gotten away with all of it,
He
pretty much.
never gets in trouble.
Yeah. They throw all the cases out, or they put him on hold.
He really defeated you guys, I think.
I was never at war with him.
Well, what it is was like the media is there.
But he actually did damage the media a lot. Trust in the media, yeah.
Because the fact check never worked, right? Because his followers know he's lying, right?
Yeah.
So it's like if they know he's lying, but they say he's lying for us.
No, I don't think his
Then
followers.
what is the purpose of like a check on that?
No, I don't think they know he's lying. They just think that they don't care. So
I
it
think
never,
they know
it
he's
never
lying.
registers with
I think
them.
they know he's lying.
I don't think that some of them understand that he's lying because they actually believe it. There are true believers out there. There are people who believe the economy is great and better right now.
Okay, so what did you hear about that? Was it fun on the island? Like, how many people you know that went? You said you knew
Well, what?
the island.
What island?
Was it like steel drums, like a Girls Gone Wild commercial?
What island are you talking about?
You know the guy, the top
you
dog,
say it. Who?
Mr. Epstein. Was he funny?
You know you would have gotten on that plane if someone.
I would have been so impressed by the wealth, and then I would have gotten there and be like, Dershowitz, what are you doing? It's I mean, that's another thing where it's like it seems like there's been a break, right, between the MAGA kind of. What is MAGA at this point? Like, if Marjorie Taylor Greene's like, I'm out. Like, what
I
is
think a
left?
lot of people are out. A lot of people are gonna. I think a lot of people are gonna fall out. I think she's kind of leading the way as an example, and I think she's more, at least for now. I don't see that she's lost any power.
You fuck with her?
No, not really. I mean, I see her for who she is, but I would sit down and talk to her.
Who is she? What's her vibe like?
Well,
as
she's a.
Is she funny?
No, she's a bigot. She's a loudmouth. She's smarter politically than I gave her credit for. But she is all those things that she did before she started saying the right thing, before the pivot.
How many times have you met the gentleman, Mr. Trump?
Oh, God, a lot. 10, maybe.
Yeah.
I've interviewed him many times.
What do you make of him?
Look, he can be charming in person, but I find him to be very insecure. I just don't like liars. Lying is my thing. That's one of the only things that
What's the last
don't ever
lie
lie
you
to me.
told?
I don't lie.
Come on, bro.
I know I don't lie. That's one of my things. I will tell you. I'd rather tell you the truth.
You were on the Communist News Network. You definitely lied.
Don't lie.
You've never told. You just
No, I have told a lie, but I
try
don't
to
lie.
think of the last lie you told.
The last time I lied, I think I told these guys I was excited to do this show.
Shut up. Bro. I guess like what's your kind of project like moving forward? If you see your career's shifted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what is the ambition, right? And how does it like where does it fit in? Where do you see yourself fitting in?
Well, I would like to build my network and have some folks who are working for me, correspondents everywhere, and have my own little network or a big network.
Yeah.
And that's it. And
These guys?
yeah, they're part of it.
Are you ready for on air?
They've been on air.
We've been on air.
What do you
They're on
guys
there all
do?
the time.
What are your big hits, man?
The Clip Farmers.
Yeah, we have a podcast that just went on TMZ.
Oh, you got TMZ? That's big.
He TMZ does.
Wait, you TMZ'd your own guys?
No, I don't.
Yes,
think-
yes.
Wait.
Sort of, yeah.
Kind of.
Well, I didn't put it
we
on
were
TMZ.
also on IRL. We went to the protest
Yeah.
and we were interviewing people while he was in the studio.
On
No.
TMZ?
No, on my
TMZ
show.
clipped the podcast, but we do we help with the live streaming. Like we went to Chicago, covered the ice raids.
He goes live in the where we go Congress.
Oh, we go to the Capitol and we go live
He's
from the
the
Capitol,
only
the office
IRL
buildings.
streamer right now that's done it other than
Yeah.
Steve.
Are you gonna send one of these guys to a hurricane? See what they're made out of?
I think they'd be great.
Really?
He's
He looks
he's from
sturdier.
Florida. His dad actually did hurricane coverage
Oh,
for
you're
us.
Florida. You have the experience, but you look sturdier as a gentleman.
I think I can withstand those winds.
Does he bring you into a conference room and they have a kind of a swamp fan, and he kind of tests you out, see if you're ready for the hurricane?
Yeah.
That's actually that's the other.
You're not Category 4 material, sir.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
His dad is a meteorologist. He's a weatherman.
Really?
So his dad does hurricane
He was on
coverage
his
on
show.
it.
He was on this show?
He was on.
My show.
Should we get a weatherman?
You should.
You need one.
I really appreciate your time. I think it must be for you to have seen such a shift in your field. I guess it's is there a course correction that's required? I mean, that's my main kind of
I
thing
think so.
was left wondering.
Getting pushed out of CNN, I think was a blessing in disguise, because I got to not many people get to reinvent themselves later, and I got to reinvent myself.
What about for how people consume the news, though?
Well, this is where people are consuming the news.
Yeah.
And so I want to be where the audience is. The audience is on social media and streaming or digital. It's on YouTube. It's not, no longer. Well, it's still there at the networks, but less so every day.
How do we avoid the lack of kind of formal editorial process that we can be exposed to?
What do you mean? How do we avoid it?
Online, you could say anything right now. You can say Adam Friedland is the fucking smartest guy in the world, and then some guy will see it's on a screen, he'll believe it.
Adam Friedland is the smartest guy in the world.
Don Levy. Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks, my brother.
Bye.